Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Geotech Master channel. I'm thrilled to have you join me for another exploration into the fascinating world of geotechnical engineering. Today, we're introducing a crucial aspect of any construction project, planning a geotechnical subsurface investigation program. If you've been following along, you might remember my previous course, Geotechnical Investigation Essentials. That was our foundation where we explored the basic principles and concepts. This new video builds on that knowledge. If you haven't yet had a chance to go through that course, I highly recommend starting there before diving into this series. It'll ensure you have a solid grasp of the fundamental concepts needed for the new content. Think of it like building a house. You need a solid foundation before adding the walls and the roof. We'll have a link to that in the description for your convenience. We'll be answering several important questions. What are the key steps in creating a robust investigation plan? What factors influence the scope of our investigation? And how do we ensure we're gathering the right information to minimize uncertainties? In essence, a subsurface exploration program is like an investigative tool. It's how we identify and reduce the uncertainties related to soil and rock conditions at a project site. Think of it as a detective's work, trying to uncover the hidden secrets beneath our feet. The more quality information we collect, the better our design parameters will be. If we rely on a small number of measurements, we introduce risk. This is because design parameters derived from a small number of measurements will have large uncertainty and may be inappropriate regardless of the methods used for testing or interpretation. Let's explore the key components of developing a good plan. Firstly, we need a plan for geophysical testing. Consider it the first step in our investigation, using non-invasive methods to get a broad overview of the subsurface. Then, we must decide on the number and location for in situ tests, drilling, and sampling. This is where the investigation gets specific, going into the ground to get real samples and data. Also, we need to determine the minimum depth for each investigation location. It's like knowing how deep to dig to find what we are looking for. Next, we have to figure out the types of samples needed and how often we need to take samples. This is like choosing the right kind of evidence at the scene of the crime and collecting it in a way that doesn't damage it. After that, we will have a plan for in situ and laboratory testing. It's like sending the evidence we've collected to the lab to find the important information. Finally, we must also create a plan for evaluating groundwater conditions. Just like understanding the weather is crucial for the building above the ground, understanding the groundwater is essential for what's below. The scale of the project will decide what part of the plan we'll need. So, it is essential to adapt our approach for every project. This means that we will consider the project's requirements while developing the scope for a sound and cost-effective investigation plan. Now, these plans that we discussed aren't for every type of investigation. For example, we're not discussing performance monitoring during construction and operation, nor forensic investigations. That's because these are typically not part of typical subsurface investigation programs for general projects. To sum up, designing a subsurface investigation program minimizes uncertainty and efficiently gathers the most relevant data. By carefully thinking through every component, from our initial geophysical survey to the evaluation of the groundwater conditions, we can ensure that the design parameters have a high degree of accuracy. Remember, a well-planned investigation program is the cornerstone of a safe and successful construction project. So, what aspect of developing a subsurface investigation plan do you find most challenging? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you know someone who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. I hope that you found this video useful. If you found it useful, please subscribe and like to introduce it to more people. That's the way you can support us to continue our journey together. If you also want to financially support us, you can purchase this course, where you do not only have the slides of the presentation, but also the mind map of this topic to learn it more quickly and easily. I will also provide the related resources in the package for your convenience, in response to appreciate your support. I've put links to the Geotechnical Investigation Essentials course and other related videos in the description for your convenience. These are also some references that I have used to prepare this course. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.